Hello, welcome to the Member365 Portal Advanced video tour. We truly appreciate your willingness to spend more time with us to learn about the Member Portal features. In this video, we will cover more details about how to join member discussion in the workspace, accessing committee feature as members of APCDA committee, how to register for an upcoming event, reach out to fellow APCDA members through the directory feature, posting job opportunities in the job bank, purchasing recorded webinars in the online store, and complete our profile and personal settings in My Account. Without any further ado, let's dive in. Last year, we used TradeWing as a platform where we can share our resources and do career-related discussions with other APCDA members. However, this year we're not using TradeWing anymore, and that function is used in the other feature called Workspace. The button is right next to Dashboard, and let's see what happens if we click on it. As you can see, there are three workspaces that all of the APCDA member can access. The first one is IGEVG access instructions. In here, you can find the steps on how to access the IAEVG journal for free, because it should be accessible for free for all APCDA members. And then we have individual member logos. This will actually depend on which type of membership you are. So for example, if you're an organizational member, you can also have access to the organizational member logos. So in here, you can download our logo and use it for your institutional purposes. And the most interesting one here is member discussion space, and a lot of topics have been raised for discussion in this part. Now, if we open one workspace, for example, I'm opening the member discussion space at the moment, we can also explore other menus inside. For example, this one, workspace notifications. In here, we can change the notification settings based on our preference as to how often we want to be notified about the activities that's happening in the member discussion space. So right now it's set up as instant, which means whenever someone posts something new, whenever someone added a comment, I can know it right away. But if you don't want to have or to accept notifications that frequently, you can change it to daily, weekly, monthly, and once you change your preference, you can choose update. But for now, I'll just close it because I do want to get notifications instantly whenever something happens. And then we can see the workspace directory. This is similar to the member directory, so whoever is involved in this member discussion space, we can see as well. So for example, in here, I can see that Marilyn, Arun, Emily are all part of the same workspace. So this would be very useful if you want to do some networking with the people who have similar interests to you, who belong in the same workspace as you. And you can reach out to them personally because you can see all their email addresses and also their organization. Another menu that we can explore is called Files. So if I click on Files, I can actually see any kind of file that people submitted or that people uploaded in this specific workspace. At the moment, there's no files available yet in this workspace, but I can also add a file from my local folder by clicking on this button over here. All I need to do is choose the file that I want to upload and then click on Upload File once it's selected. When I return to the main page, I can also upload files from here. So to upload something, we don't necessarily need to click on the feature on the left, but that's necessary if you want to see or you want to look up to other people's files. Now, the next thing which we would really want to encourage you to use is the discussion forum itself. As you can see, there are a lot of discussions already happening, and you can also participate simply by clicking on one of the topics that you would want to engage in. Now in here, we see a table of the topics listed, also the number of views, when it was created, and who posted the discussion. You can also do a search by keyword. For example, if I want to figure out if there are any discussion about our journal, I can just click on that keyword and then there you go. They filter for me to discussions related to the journal. Let's try to see what happens if I click on one of them. Now in here, someone posted a question about how to access the APCDA journal as a member. Now this is the main thread. So this is actually the main question and the main topic at the top, which the discussion is about. And then under it, we can see a response from Marilyn in this case, which Marilyn explains about how to access the journal as an APCDA member. Now, not just reading what other people are discussing in the platform, I can also add my own comment by scrolling down. And here, in the box, leave a comment. I can type in something if I have other informations about how to access the journal, for example. I can also include a file if there is an instructional document I would want to share to people. And then I can click on reply once I finished making my comments. Similar to the previous menus, not only can we see what other people have been doing, we can also post our own discussions. So if you want to have any kind of topic that you want to discuss with APCDA members, or you would want to share some resources, or on the contrary, ask for resources from our APCDA members, please feel free to click on this green button that says Post New Topic. It's a very simple thing to use, actually. You need to add a subject, which is basically the topic that you want to discuss, and then you can add a description. Select file if there's a resource that you want to share with others, and then click on post. This way, when other people get notifications that you posted something new, they would be prompted to reply to your discussion. So that's about the workspace. We hope you use this feature to engage more with other APCDA members or other APCDA leadership in case you need their assistance. So Committee is a special workspace created for and can only be accessed by APCDA committee members. In this feature, committee members can share resources and engage in discussions with each other. Let's pick one of them, for example. Okay, as you can see, if I click on one committee, the menus are overall the same with the workspace. They have dashboard, notifications, directory, files, discussion forum, and also workspace history. Only it's a very limited space, so only, as I said, only the members of the committee can access this place. You also have the option to do discussions and upload file as you can in the normal workspace. Unlike TreatWing, we cannot do a video conference meeting inside this member portal. So if you want to do a committee meeting, you will need to schedule it in APCDA's calendar and use APCDA's Zoom account for the video conferences. To see what events are going on in APCDA, you can go to the Events feature over here. In Event Calendar, you can view all events in a calendar format, like the screen I'm currently showing you. You can also switch to List View by clicking on this button. If you're interested on a specific topic, you can also do search on the event based on its keyword, the registration status, and whether or not they belong in a specific workspace. Now let's see what happens when we click on an event. Let's use this for an example. Now if you click on an event, it will show you more detailed information on the event. For example, it will show you when it begins and the venue. For all our webinars, we do it online, so it's going to be in a Zoom. And we can see the title, speaker, the description of the topic, and the time zone chart, which explains what time the events will happen in our respective locations. And we can also see the cost, a bio of the speakers, and so on. Now, this is how we register for an event. For example, if I want to register for this one, there's a green button that says Register Now. So I'll click on that. And as you can see, we go to the event registration page. Here, I need to choose which type of ticket I want. I'm right now in Indonesia, so it's a not high-income country. So I will choose on this type. And then click Continue to Step 2. This is a pop-up to confirm that our type of ticket that we choose is already correct. If it's already correct, you can just click on Confirm. If the details are already correct, you can just choose Continue down here. Now a disclaimer will pop up and we can click on this link to review the terms and conditions. And if you agree to all those terms, you can just click check on the box over here and click on Continue. Okay, now that I've successfully registered, I can download the receipt. This will also be copied in our email address. So don't worry if you forget to download it here. You can still have the event registration confirmation sent to your email. On the same menu, I already explained about event calendar before, and below it, there's my event registrations. So this is where we can see all the events that we have been registered for. There are 3 types of event registrations. The first one is upcoming. So this is the event that we have registered for, but it haven't happened yet. For example, just now I've registered for the Life in War Zones webinar, and it's not yet happening. So it's in the upcoming type of event registrations. I can also see all the events that I've registered in the past in the History tab. So right here, this is all of the webinars that I've attended, I've registered for, and I've attended for. We can also see the ones that we withdrew in this tab over here. Now, in case we want to withdraw an upcoming webinar, you can do that by here. In this tab called Action, you can click on this green button. And this is very useful if we want to cancel attending a webinar or if we want to do some modifications to the details that we've already submitted before. Another special feature that's only available for members is called the directory, which is right over here. And they have 2 options as well. They have members and member directory. Let's look at the members first. In the members, you can see in the center of the screen, there are a lot of people here, a lot of contacts, and these are all APCDA members that you can find, and you can see the details of their personal information, like their name, their job title, the company they work in, their email address, and also the country. On the left side, we have sub-menus that we can use to search for members based on their specialization, their work setting, and also their fee categories. If you want to look for a specific person, you can also use the search bar at the top. For example, if I want to find myself, I click my name, click on search, and yeah, I can find me. We also have another sub-menu here called Member Directory. So if we click on that, we can see something that looks very similar, only this time we have the ability to search for members based on their membership type and also on their locations. For example, which country are they from? In order to promote membership and engagement within APCDA, we encourage members to post job opportunities in the Job Bank feature. You can access this feature by clicking on this in the dashboard, or at the top ribbon, you can click on Job Bank. The 2 choices we have here is to search for job banks or to post and manage jobs. Let's take a look at the first one. The menu Search Job Bank is used to find job openings that other members have posted in the platform. So at the moment, there's nothing yet, and we hope that if anyone has a job opening, they will not hesitate to share it in the APCDA member portal. But if we want to post it, we can also do that by using the second menu, which is Post and Manage Jobs. Now we can share any type of role here, from part-time to full-time, or we can also share if it's remote, gig, or other project positions across the career development field. Now we can just click on this green button that says Post Job, and we need to add more detailed information about the job opening. For example, what's the job title? Is there any specific company for you to apply to? Job description, city, country, region, job category. Is it for career practitioner, educator, or others? Job type, salary range, and if you want, you can also add the institution logo. You can also choose if you want the applications to go through email, directly to the company's website, or other methods, which you can choose none. After you fill the details, you need to say confirm order, and then your job detailed information about the job opening will be shared to all the APCDA members. So this will be highly helpful, especially for our members who are looking for remote jobs and opportunities outside of their own countries. As we switch to the new system, our recorded webinars are no longer part of an event. They are now products that we keep inside the store. By clicking at the store, we can see a list of all recorded webinars that we can purchase as a product. There's quite a lot of things to explain here, so please bear with me. Let's start on the left side of the screen. So here we can do a search for webinars based on the certain keywords. For example, if I want to look for webinars related to ChatGPT, then there's two of them available at the moment. Or if not keywords, we can also look based on the categories. So categories here means that we have webinar topics. And if you click on one of them, for example, let's say diversity, then the webinars that are related to diversity and careers will show up. So for example, there are 4 of them in the moment about intersectional, lives of autism spectrum, and also empowering women's career development. If we click on one of the items, it will show us a different screen, which contains more detailed information about that specific webinar or that specific product in this case. So for example, we can see the picture, a larger one, of course. And if we scroll down, we can also see the webinar's description, also information about when it was recorded originally. And if we go back up and we see on the right side, there's the pricing of information available. And if you're interested in purchasing this item, you can click on this blue button that says Add to Cart. This is the next thing that will appear. You can choose to check out, and it'll take you to a process of payment, and you can also get the files after the payments are done. But if you want to go back to the previous view, you can just click on this one that says Online Store. And don't worry, because everything that you add to your cart will not disappear, but you can still access them by clicking on this one, Items in Cart. So the items here will remain until you choose to check them out. The next important thing that we need to know about is My Account. So the first submenu here is My Profile, so I'll click on that. And My Profile is the place where we can complete our personal information like salutation, given name, date of birth, email address, job title, and also a photo. So with virtual communications, having a photo really helps, giving a sense that we're talking to somebody real, which can make people more likely want to establish contact with you. So we really recommend you to add a photo to increase other people's interest in connecting with you in the system. Don't forget to click on Update My Profile to make sure that all the changes you made to your profile is saved. We can also edit our contact information in this next step over here, so we can update our business, residential, or social media informations so that other people can contact us with our most recent information. Another thing that we can do is to change the password by clicking on this tab, and the new password is the one that's going to be used for your next login. The members profile is another thing that we'd like to draw your attention to. So in here, we encourage you to add in your most recent bio, your specialization, which you can choose more than one, and your work setting. So this would help other APCDA members to understand your professional background and would hopefully prompt others with similar backgrounds to do networking with you. Besides my profile, you can check on your membership status by clicking on this membership tab over here. You can also view all the certificates that you've received by attending a live webinar in this tab over here. If you want to download it, you can click it and you will have the option to save it in your local folder. And then you can also view the list of all your purchases within the system in this tab that says Invoices and Receipts. So if we look again at My Account feature, the first 4 has been explained. So this is basically a shortcut to get to where my certificates or membership or profile or invoices are. And we haven't talked about email notifications, so let's get there. And as for email notifications, we can customize the setting on email communications with APCDA. So a green toggle over here means that we agree to receive email communications from APCDA. So make sure that this one stays green so that you can receive emails from us. In the email subscription list, we can decide on whether or not we'd like to be notified on emails about events or newsletter. You can also change your notification preference on the workspace notification based on how frequently you'd like to be notified by the activities that are happening in the workspace. So in here, you can choose whether to be notified instantly, daily, weekly, or even monthly. So the last sub-menu in My Account feature is My Directory Listing. This is where we can see a preview of what our profile looks like in the eyes of other members. So if they look for us in a directory, this is the information that they can access. We have control over what we want to show to other members in the directory. So if you want to hide or if you want to show new information about yourself, you can click on this button over here. And all you need to do is check or uncheck on the boxes. If you check on it, it means that that information will be available or visible for other members. But if you uncheck it, that means it'll be hidden and only you can view that information for yourself. And after you've added it based on your preference, don't forget to click Update so that the changes are saved within the system. And that concludes the tour. Thank you very much for investing your time in watching this video, and we hope it helped you understand the member portal features better. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or revisit this video whenever you need a refresher. See you next time!